Hey, what's up, Logos family? Welcome to day 153. That's right, 153rd day of e-learning for Logos School. And we just found out yesterday we got another week after this week. So I'm trying to do the math real quick in my head, and I'm just not that good. That's why I'm a history teacher. But I know, we got at least a few more days of this e-learning thing going on, right? A handful. What number will we be up to by the time we finally get in the classroom? We'll have to wait and see, I guess. But I hope you all having a good day. Hope y'all had a good first day back from break. Looking forward to seeing those students today that I didn't get to see tomorrow in my American history classes and my personal finance class. In personal finance, we will be talking about GDP today. We'll be learning about something called GDP on Econ Lowdown. And in American history, we're going to continue to talk about the early 20th, late 19th century in America. That means the late 1800s, early 1900s. I know it's a little confusing. 20th century is 1900s, 19th century is 1800s. But that time period, that turn of the century time period, as we've already been talking about, a lot of stuff was happening in the United States, both good and bad. And so we will talk about that some more today. And what else? Anything else? Any other good news to share or any big announcements? I don't think so. But I do want to just talk about our current event of the day. Our current event of the day is we have an election, a pretty significant election, not going on here in Missouri, not going on in Illinois, actually down in Georgia. So why is this significant to us? Because the election that happens in Georgia today is a special election. Every state has their own rules about how they decide who, how they elect their people, right? And Georgia is one of the, handful of states, few states that if one person in the first election that happened in November doesn't get more than 50% of the vote, then they have to have a second election between the top two vote getters. And it's just everything came together. An interesting thing happened in Georgia where every state has two senators. There were two Republican senators up for re-election, and neither one of them got more than 50% of the vote in the November election, and neither did the Democrat they're running against. And so that sets up two special elections, two what they call runoff elections between the two Republican senators who were representing Georgia. I say were because we have a new Congress as of the new year, and the two Democrats who are challenging them. Why is this important? First of all, let's take a look at who these people are. Let's see. So you're going to want to pay attention to this. Why? Because these are the people who are running. You don't know who these people are, that's fine. But we have Senator David Perdue. He's running against a man named Jon Ossoff. And then we have, everything's backwards, right? We have David Perdue running against Jon Ossoff. We have Senator Kelly Loeffler running against Raphael Warnock, right? This is important because right now in the United States Senate, there are currently 50 Republicans. There are 48 Democrats. Right now, there are more Republicans than Democrats. Majority rules. If the two Democrats were to win these two elections today, we would have 50 Republicans and 50 Democrats. Well, that's a tie. Who breaks the tie? The vice president. And who's going to be the vice president in a couple weeks? Kamala Harris, a Democrat. So that would give Democrats the majority in the Senate. And they also will have the majority in the House of Representatives. And they also will have a Democratic president, which would mean Democrats control all three branches, right? Which might be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you feel. On the other hand, if either one of these Democrats lose today, we will have at least 51 Republicans in the Senate, meaning Senate will continue to be controlled by the Republicans. Democrats will control the House of Representatives, and we'll be getting a new Democratic president in just a couple weeks, right? January 20th. So yeah, pay attention to this election, stay tuned, and we'll see how it turns out. Otherwise, I hope you all have a good day, and take it easy.